Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about essential skills for a virtual assistant. So let's dive in. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's nice to see you all. Kahit hindi ko kayo nakikita. So today we're going to talk about what are the essential skills of a virtual assistant. Number one, of course, a virtual assistant must have a communication skills. It's not only about speaking, but when we say communication skills, it's about verbal and written. Okay, so as a virtual assistant po, very important po yun. We should be able to communicate ourselves and able to convey our messages or convey our whatever important information to our client, right? That's very important. A part of communication skills is we are able to clarify things, right? Especially tasks. Yun po yung mga importante. So, in communication skills, we should have excellent written and verbal communication skills, and we also should have active listening and effective questioning. So, skill po ito. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi nating skill, kung sa tingin po natin ay sa ngayon, medyo hindi po tayo magaling sa listening skill, it means that nahahasa po yan. Kasi pag skill ay napapag-aralan po. So, kung sa tingin niyo is you're not good in listening skills, then it's the time for you to practice. If you plan to become a virtual assistant, do something about it. Try to make sure that you engage in conversations with other people and practice yourself about active listening, right? So, paano po ba mag-practice na about active listening? Pag may mga kausap po tayo, for example, may pinakilala sa inyo na bagong kaibigan or ibang tao, at sinabi yung pangalan niya habang nagkukwentuhan, at least dapat napipick up mo yan. So, natatandaan mo ano yung pangalan ng taong pinakilala sa iyo. Okay, so another thing is instruction following. If you have an active listening skill, kahit mabilisan yung pagkasabi ng instructions is dapat napipick up pa siya. Alam mo yung sa mga crew ng Jollibee, ang bibilis ng mga listening skills ng mga yan. So, mabilisan yung mga pagsabi nila ng mga orders pero natatandaan nila. Okay, so ganun po. So we should have active listening skills. If you think that we don't have one active listening skills for now, let's try to practice. Let's try to do some ways to learn it. Okay, po. Effective questioning. This is number one thing in becoming a virtual assistant. Kasi most of the time, there will be many questions that you might want to ask from the client, especially those pertaining to some tasks. Okay, so you should have an effective questioning. Meron yung training namin dati na how good are you to question, or how often are you to make some questions about something with your client. Meron kasi yung mga na-over question din ng mga virtual assistant, masyadong maraming tinatanong sa mga client, and up to such a time na meron yung mga virtual assistant na nawawalan ng client or binibitawan sila ng client kasi nakukulitan na sila. That is too much questioning. Pero ano po ba ang too much questioning? Pag sinabi natin too much questioning is you're asking irrelevant questions. You're asking too many questions that are no longer related to the task. Okay, dun lang naman po nakukulitan yung mga clients when your questions is already out of the way. Sa tingin nila is hindi na yun, na yung question na yun is not related somehow to whatever tasks that they have asked you to do. So dun po sila makukulitan. So when we say effective questioning means that you try to ask some questions that's related to the task. Ask some questions that are brief, concise. Don't ask questions that can be explained in a paragraph form. Sa tingin mo yung question mo is ang isasagot ni client doon ay kailangan na mag-compose pa siya ng pagkahaba-haba na paragraph, then that is one thing that you should look at. Okay, so another not being effective in questioning is that yung paulit-ulit po nating tinatanong yung instruction. Nasabi na po ni client yung instruction, then pinaulit or ulit-ulit po natin tinatanong. So that's one of things that are not an effective question. Okay, so another thing about communication skills is professional and courteous demeanor, right? So dapat po all the time, kahit naiinis na tayo sa client natin, we should always compose ourselves. We should always be professional in terms of our words, questioning, and conversation with our client. So we should always be courteous. In the US, usually they don't. It's not very common to call them ma'am and sir. Since most of the time we address our clients by their first name, so we call them Dave, call them Hannah, we call them Jude, something like that. So for them, when you call them by their first name, that's already like something being courteous, right? So for me, one of my client who's a Korean, I call him boss. So I don't call him sir. I don't call him by his first name, but I call him boss, and that's one way to like somehow become courteous. So whenever you have some questions, you would always have to address it by their first name. Like for example, Hannah, what are the tasks for me today? And oh Dave, do you have anything for me today? Right, so something like that. So you should always have some like being courteous anywhere, anytime during your shift, right? So next thing about the skill of a virtual assistant is organizational skill. We should be very organized. Isa po yan sa pinaka tatak ng isang virtual assistant. Alam niyo po yung mga office management na courses, napaka-organized po ng mga yan kasi natuturuan po sila about record keeping, office management, recording of files. Ganun po din sana sa pag virtual assistant tayo. You should be able to make sure that our files are well organized in our computer or in your Google Drive. So, very important po yan. So, organizational skills also include strong time management and prioritization. Time management po ang isa sa pinaka-challenging na part ng pagiging isang virtual assistant. Dito rin po ako nagkakaproblema minsan sa time management. Strong time management means that you're able to prioritize your tasks which are important, less important, and categorize them as to where or what time are you going to do the task during the day. Okay, so time management po siya. I will be doing this task today, I'll be doing this task today, I'll be doing this task today. So sa time management naman po kasi marami tayong mga strategies na pwedeng gawin dyan. For example, if you have a lot of tasks, you might want to categorize your task para mas madali para sa iyo, like tasks for admin, tasks for payroll, tasks for bookkeeping, mga tipong ganun. So pag samasamahin po natin lahat ng mga task na almost pare-pareho ang category, and then what's the thing in there is that mas madali mo siyang schedule during the day. For example, in your 8-hour shift, you divide that into 3. So 3, which means that for this time block, I will be doing admin task. For the second time block, I'll be doing payroll task. For the third time block, I'll be doing other tasks, something like that. So, yun po yung mga time management skills na dapat po meron tayo. We should be able to allot ourselves the proper time. So, when, how to do it. Right? So, yan po. So, strong time management and prioritization, attention to detail and accuracy. Dito rin po ako nakakaproblema minsan sa attention to detail. So, actually attention to detail, ito po yung isang skill na hanggang ngayon ay talagang kumbaga ongoing yung improvement sa akin. So, it's important po ang attention to detail po natin. Ibig sabihin po ang attention to detail is that bago natin isubmit ang isang task, dapat na proofread, na double check, and na make sure po natin na at least kahit papano wala nang i-correct yung client dun sa sinubmit natin na trabaho or result. Kasi po, one of those turn off, right? So one of those things na bibitawan ka ng client is pag may sinabit ka na task and then nag-check sila pa ang magdo-double check at marami pa silang nakitang mga mali, lalo na po sa mga spreadsheets, lalo na sa mga accounting task, bookkeeping task, payroll task. Yan po, very tedious po lahat yung mga yan. So pag sinabit mo yun, mga result na yun, dapat ang client is babasahin na lang niya, skim na lang niya, and wala na siyang masyadong makikitang mali. Alright, so that is having attention to detail. So accuracy, kasi kung yung attention to detail po natin is pa-practice natin, napapractice na rin po natin yung accuracy. Right? So ability to multitask and meet deadlines, ito po isa rin sa mga pinaka essential skills ng isang virtual assistant. Multitasking po. Kasi po sa multitasking, kaya nga po sa mga virtual assistants, nire-require po yung multiple monitor or extended monitors po. Sa akin ngayon, meron po akong dual monitor, then meron pa po nakabukas pa yung isang laptop ko. So what we do usually as a virtual assistant is pag kailangan po kasi natin to for multitasking. It's not that pampaporma sa trabaho natin, or it's not that additional accessory na dalawa yung monitor natin. Hindi po. This is because we want to make sure that we are able to multitask. So for example, on one of your screen, nandun po yung spreadsheet mo, nagka-calculate ka. Sa isang screen mo, nandun yung chat application mo. So while you're doing some spreadsheet tasks, you should be able to see if there are communications from your clients or from the management. Okay, and then one of your laptop may be doing some other tasks. So multitasking po tayo. Yun po ang isang pinaka-essential skill na magandang ma-improve or na magkaroon ka bilang isang virtual assistant. And meeting deadlines is very important, especially for clients. Lalo na po sa mga US clients natin. Very essential, very important po that we meet deadlines. If there are times that we're unable to meet the deadline, mas gusto po ng mga US clients na nasasabihan sila ahead of time. So, maging totoo. So, for example, hey Dave, I think I wouldn't be able to finish tasks and meet the deadline, but I'll make sure that I'll be able to submit it to you tomorrow, early tomorrow. Mga tipong ganun po. Pag hindi natin kaya yung deadline, mag-offer po tayo ng additional proposal. Magpropose po tayo ng something like to compensate that we were not able to meet the deadline. So I won't be able to submit it this afternoon, but I'll make sure early tomorrow it's in your email. Mga tipong ganun po. So technical skills is another thing that we need to have as a virtual assistant. Technical skills, proficiency in using computers like Microsoft Word, spreadsheets, yung mga common po na mga softwares na ginagamit natin sa office. So, isa na po yun, yung Microsoft Word, spreadsheet, email, yung pag-email po natin, um, PowerPoint, mga tipong ganon. So, proficiency in computer applications. Another thing, familiarity with project management tools and online collaboration platforms. So, ano po ba yung mga online project management tools na mga applications? Marami po. So, these are like Asana, Trello, Pojo, marami po yung mga project management tools na meron po tayo sa ngayon na maalala ko pa way back 2012 wala pa yung mga ganitong softwares. Starting pa lang po yung mga softwares na to way back before. So, anong meron tayong ginagamit nun? Excel. Okay. So, online collaboration platforms like chat applications, softwares like Slack, Skype, and others. So, marami po tayong mga chat application or online collaborating platforms. And then basic knowledge of social media platforms and digital marketing, one important technical skills po. I think all of us are very much familiar with social media management or social media postings. When you are posting, doing some posts on your own personal Facebook or other social media platform, then that is already social media management. So it's the only difference here is if you're working as a virtual assistant, you're managing another's social media account. So, hindi yung social media natin ang minamanage natin, but the social media account of your client. So, important po na very cautious tayo, very detailed, very organized pag minamanage natin yung ibang social media account. Digital marketing is also a big umbrella where we do a lot of things like online marketing stuff, whatever you do online that actually propagates the name of a certain business or advertising a certain company, a certain client, whatsoever, online through online media, through other online tools, then that's digital marketing. So, marami po tayong mga trainings dito sa digital marketing. And another thing that last skill that virtual assistant should have, problem-solving skills po. Being resourceful and adaptability to find solutions independently. Okay? Resourcefulness po. One thing sa problem solving, lalo na po sa resourcefulness, is may instruction na binigay sa iyo yung client mo. Pero very vague. Ganito lang yung gawin mo. Mag-research ka lang. Okay? Mag-research ka lang. Find a iPhone casing that has that can help me to be more productive. Yun lang yung instruction niya. Find an iPhone case that can help him to be more productive. Paano yun? I mean, that's being resourceful is you must be able to find solutions or propose some things independently na hindi mo na siya tatanin. Kasi binigay niya instruction na yun, nagmamadali siya, probably may meeting siya, whatever. But you should be able to go around that idea. So siguro, something that you might want to find is an iPhone casing that has a keyboard attached in it. Something ganon. Diba? So that helps him make more productive, or an iPhone case that has a stylus in it. So that's one thing that can make him more productive, something like that. So there are times kasi na we cannot clarify the instructions because hindi mo na siya mahagilap during the day kasi nga may event sila, may meeting sila, whatsoever. So you should go around those instructions independently. Right? So for example, merong pinahanap sa'yo, pina-research at hindi mo talaga mahanap. or may binigay na website link at hindi naman working sa browser, sa internet, ayaw. So, anong gagawin mo? You have to look some workarounds. Siguro wrong yung naibigay niya na URL, then maybe search for the company name, something like that. So, work independently. Adaptability to changing situations and requirements. Sometimes kapag matagal na tayo sa isang client, maraming magbabago, maraming mga task ang either maaalis, maraming task ang madadagdag, or yung setup sa company, magiging iba yung taong kausap mo. You should be adaptable. So, in whatever situations, being a virtual assistant. So, dapat flexible po tayo. Critical thinking and decision-making abilities, this is very important. So, make sure that at least we have some critical thinking and decision-making abilities when we work as a virtual assistant. Kasi po hindi po lahat tinatanong natin. One of the goal or why clients hire virtual assistant is for their work to be much more easier, right? So as a virtual assistant, we help them to be more productive. If we as a virtual assistant always asking some questions, we're not letting them be more productive. Ayun po. So those are the general essential skills that a virtual assistant should have. So wag po tayong matakot na wag naman ako mga ganitong essential skills. Kaya nga po siya skills kasi napapag-aralan po. So if we want to pursue in becoming a virtual assistant, pag-aralan po natin yung mga skills na to, or at least exercise and practice. Yun naman po ang important pinapractice po natin. Kasi during the day, you might want to do it and practice it. And then when you think that, okay, meron na akong mga ganitong essential skills, then maybe we are ready to work as a virtual assistant. Okay, well then I hope I was able to give some ideas and insights about becoming a virtual assistant, and I'll be doing more videos. Bye for now.